Hey everybody, Andrew Ainsworth Golf Academy here. No reviews today, no equipment to talk about, no instruction to talk about. Woke up this morning to some big news. The date is the 4th of August 2016 and I subscribe to quite a few news outlets and golf websites, and I woke up this morning to the news that Nike are getting out of golf equipment, which kind of was rumoured that Nike may be getting out of the golf business, hardware side, but nobody thought it would happen this quickly. What sparked the rumours yesterday was there was a massive price crash in the States, I believe, on their equipment. Drivers were just slashed in price and looked like they were just dumping stock and everyone was trying to get rid of it. And the rumours then abounded that Nike may get out of the golf business. So I've got a statement here. I'm just going to read it to you. You might have already seen this, but Nike announced today that it will accelerate innovation in its golf footwear and apparel business and will partner with more of the world's best golfers. With this new focus, Nike Golf will transition out of equipment, including clubs, balls and bags. Quote for this: "We're committed to being the undisputed leader in golf footwear and apparel," says Trevor Edwards, president of Nike brand. "We will achieve this by investing in performance innovation for athletes and delivering sustainable, profitable growth for Nike Golf." So there we have it. There's loads more you can read about that. But the bottom line is, folks, is that Nike are getting out of golf hardware, which I find quite fascinating. You know, Nike, one of the biggest global brands in the world, couldn't make golf work equipment-wise. Now you think of the players which they've still got on their books: Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy, lots of other big names out there, Paul Casey, many more. Tony Finau, I think he's a Nike player. And it opens up a whole world of possibilities. Now, if the skeptic in me says that there's a connection, let's face it, Tiger Woods made Nike Golf what it is. He was the big name. He sold the brand, he sold the apparel, and he's a massive, still is a massive pull, but you know, we've got to be honest, is Tiger coming back as a global force as a golfer? Who knows? I would never write anybody off, but it's looking unlikely, isn't it? So there's a definite sort of correlation here between possibly the end of Tiger's career as a golfer and Nike getting out of the golf hardware business. Rory McIlroy, where does that put him? He signed a multi-million-dollar contract with Nike to use their golf clubs over many years. I can't remember the details of the contract was, but it was a lot of money over a long time. So, you know, where does he go? Does he still wear the apparel? Obviously, he's not going to use the golf club. Where does he go? Does he go back to Titleist? You know, who's going to pick him up? So it's fascinating. You know, there's a lot going on in the golf industry at the moment. You know, TaylorMade are for sale at the moment. TaylorMade owned by Adidas, another massive global company. They want to offload TaylorMade because they're not making any money out of it. And it's interesting how Nike are going to focus on their apparel, their clothing and footwear. You know why? Well, they can make some massive profits out of the margin on clothing for these guys is massive. The margin on golf club, folks, is very small. I've been selling golf equipment now for 30 years, and I tried to retail Nike equipment in the UK a couple of years ago, 18 months ago, and just completely crashed and burned. The product was okay, you know, for me I could hit it and it looked great, but I couldn't give it away. You know, in the end I literally just, you know, had to get rid of it. Shame, you know, it's an iconic brand, but it ain't selling. I've read been doing a little bit of background on this morning, and a tour pro was saying, he didn't give his name, he was saying how when he plays pro-ams, and he can't remember the last time he saw anybody using Nike equipment, amateurs. So it's obviously out there, and there'll be lots of you guys in the States and in Canada and all over the world who use Nike equipment, and it's very interesting. I'd love to get your opinion on what you think of it and why Nike have done this. So there we are, Nike out of the game. So the good news is for consumers that you're going to get some real bargains now on Nike equipment. You know, I think their top driver at the moment, which was retailing in the States at something like $399 or $349, I believe you can get down now at, I don't know, $149 or $199. So there's bargains to be had, but Nike is no more. The brand is still obviously massive, but golf club wise, they're not interested. So I guess it makes things like this collector's items. Hey, there it is, Rory McIlroy. Nike's main man. Where will he go? What will he be playing? Who knows? So very interesting. Let's all watch the space and see what happens with Nike, how it all pans out. But I think there's a change in the golf industry. Some of these big players are realising that they can't make the money out of it. And let's be honest, there's a lot of brands out there, and maybe it needs thinning out. Maybe there's just too many manufacturers trying to compete for, you know, the business that's out there. So very interesting. Love to hear what you think about this revelation. Nike out of the game in golf. Hard work. Let me know, post comments down below. I know you'll let me know what you think about this, good or bad. So thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon. All the best.